Logan's 5th period, and you're watching
Hello, Rough Riders. Thank you to Ms. Sampson's class for starting Rider News. My name is Cecilia, and let's get started. First up, we have another segment of Love Where You Live with Mr. Logan.
You may think the weather here on the Olympic Peninsula is very boring. Clouds, a little bit of sun, a little bit of wind, but that can nothing be further from the truth. Most of our weather comes from the southwest. What is southwest of the Olympic Peninsula? The giant Pacific Ocean. And as it travels over this large body of water, it sucks up moisture into the clouds. Then, when the clouds hit the mountains of the Olympic Peninsula, they are laden, they are heavy, they are soaked with water, and so they do not want to carry their water-laden clouds over the Olympic Peninsula. So what do? They rain. That's why the western half of the Olympic Peninsula is home to 3 different rainforests. That's why the wettest town in the lower 48 states is located west of us in the town of Forks, where they get 120 inches of rain a year. And this is why Stephanie Meyer's books were set up here. This is why vampires are located out in Forks, is due to the clouds and the rain. As you move east from Forks, old-timers in the area will say every mile you move east, there's an inch less of rain. So on the west end of Lake Crescent gets 90 inches of rain. At Nature Bridge, my old job, shout out to Nature Bridge, they get 6 inches of rain. And at East Beach, where many of you jump and swim in the summertime, they only get 40 inches of rain. By the time you get to Port Angeles, we annually only get 26 inches of rain. Finally, when you get to those jerks in Sequim, the town of Sequim is full of retired Californians driving Cadillacs and a native cactus, because Sequim is in the rain shadow and they only get 16 inches of rain. So on our Olympic Peninsula, in a half-stage drive, you can hang out with vampires in Forks, and 2 hours later, you can be rolling with the Californians in their Cadillacs in sunny Sequim. A 50-mile drive with 100 inches of rain difference. That is the extreme nature of the Olympic Peninsula.
Thank you, Mr. Logan, for the update about our weather. Up next, we have an Album of the Week with Mr. Lorenzen. Let's see what they've got going on.
Hi, who are you?
My name is Luke.
Hey, Luke. So, what albums do you think are themed around the Earth?
Well, themed around the Earth, I'm not really sure, but with earthy album covers, I can give you 3. First one is Charm by Claro. That's a fire album. Second is Ceres and Calypso in the Deep Time. I mess with that album. And number 3 is Flower Boy by Tyler, the Creator.
What song do you recommend from these albums?
Off Tyler's album, I'd probably say like one of his most popular, like 911 Mr. Lonely or See You Again. Off the Clara album, my personal favorite is Terrapin, but a really good one is Juna. The whole album's good. And then off Ceres and Calypso in the Deep Time, I'd probably say Fell in Love at the Water.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to Mr. Lorenzen for allowing us to share the Album of the Week. Next, we have our fellow Rough Riders informing us on Indigenous and Earth Day origin stories. Let's take a look.
What
Hi, I'm Mr. Shiles, and we are here celebrating Earth Day and the local food system that we have here in our beautiful community. And we have our students that have made tortillas, and they have sautéed greens that they foraged, and we have meat and eggs that are all from our community. So here is some of the delicious greenery that we have growing all under our feet. This is mostly what people would think of as weeds, and it is highly nutritious. We got dandelion greens and plantain. And then we've got our sorrel and chard all throughout here. And we've got our Wild Edge Farm eggs, leeks, thyme, and herbs from all over the Port Angeles High School garden. And we're here celebrating the abundance all around us. So it's a great way to celebrate the earth. So things I forgot to include, we've got what are we going to do for our fat? Well, we can't have plant-based fats here just because we don't have the infrastructure to make it. But we do have delicious and nutritious animal fats. This is from Wild Edge Farm, pastured pork lard from very happy pigs. And we've got our Salish sea salt harvested from right off the coast here. And this is what we've been using to season all of our food today.
That's awesome, thank you.
You move the stuff.
What is that sauce?
No, now there's like little tiny chunks. Then avoid them.
Sauce. What do you think? Very earthy. Very earthy.
So much better when you make it yourself, right?
Does it at least taste good? Yeah.
So it's right here.
Yeah, right here's fine. What do you think? It's good? What do you think?
That's what I'm looking for.
It's really weird. It's really weird. Yeah.
So Native American people always had a reciprocal relationship with the land. Specifically the Klallam always requested from plants and other resources to be taken, and then they would always perform ceremonies for to give their thanks for the item that they took.
Last hour.
We just been up here in the garden, you know, trying to get these beds ready for the new year, all the vegetables and stuff. Been here with, I've been here with those two. They were really helpful. From Mr. Logan, our guy. He gave us some instructions. I don't really know what else to say.
What did you guys do this last hour?
We at first started chopping a bunch of stuff for the tacos. I wandered off to the garden to help with stuff over there.
Yeah, I put all the greens into the pot thing, so I did that.
Peyton, what do you think?
Do you want a taco?
I had one.
All right, I haven't, so
Go get it. Yeah, I did.
What do you think, Peyton? Was good?
Thank you guys for that. Finally, we have Soraya asking the Rough Rider community about their favorite bug.
What is your favorite type of bug?
No bug. They're all gross.
Okay. Okay, Tanya, Kelsey, what are your guys' favorite bugs?
I love ladybugs and potato bugs.
I don't like any of them. I like the insect spray that I can spray on them.
Who am I here with today? Kenna, what is your favorite type of bug?
Probably a dragonfly.
Sounds good. Thank you. Who am I here with today?
Christina.
What is your favorite type of bug?
Butterfly.
How's it going?
What's your favorite type of bug?
I love a spider. We keep some in our house too. They kill all the bugs. So us and the spiders, we are. I love those gals. They're mostly ladies.
Thank you for that buzzing topic. That's it from Rider News. Thank you to everyone who helped at making this episode possible. Until next time, be well, be kind, study hard, and ride on, Rough Riders.